Alright, this little short, quick tip is for those who work by way of pump sprayer, and it's not on traditional ways of lugging your heavy bucket around. I know some still do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But on certain jobs and certain projects, you may not feel like, busting your hump, or when it gets close to the end of the day, you might want to switch. If you got a small job, you don't need one this size. I got one bigger than this. It's on a cart with wheels, but I fill this up maybe about 2 times. I say about maybe 2 or 3 times out of the week. These things are amazing since I discovered how to incorporate this into my cleaning. Okay, so what I wanted to show y'all, because I know some of you who watch my videos, you may or may not have seen my apparatus. Well, it's not really an apparatus, but I built one. I know it kind of looks crazy with duct tape, but I'm not going for a fashion statement. I'm not going to model this pump sprayer. No one's taking pictures. No, it's not walking down the red carpet or anything, so I'm not going for looks. I'm going for performance, and it works for me. This is an idea that I got from another fellow tradesman, and I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I just said, you know what, the heck with this. I'll just duct tape the heck out of it. This is Gorilla duct tape. Monkey duct tape. Gorilla. Gorilla glue. This is their tape. So what I did was I just wrapped it around, and this has been in water. I rinsed the outside of it up, scrubbed the outside because I had some nasty stuff on the outside of this pump sprayer. Do you know this tape is still holding? And I gotta. Oh, there go the boys. There go the boys. There go the boys. Uh-oh. I ain't never seen him rolling like that. Go ahead, Smokey. Hot dog. Get him. Go get him. All right. Let me let me get back. So what was I saying? Oh, yes. This duct tape, man, I did this about 5 months ago, and this tape still holding like the day I put it on. You see what I did? I got an end cap right there at the bottom. And then I got some PVC too. The reason why I have that end cap, because it's not even touching the bottom. Because of this, it won't fall through. But I don't want, because see, when you have a little bit of water in your pump sprayer, sometimes your nozzle will dribble. So that's what that end cap is for, to catch the dribbles. So you're not dribbling all over the floor. Alright? And every once in a while, water will build up in this tube. So what you do is, you just turn it upside down like so. Here, let me show y'all. Turn it upside down like so. Well, it wasn't much in there because I dumped it earlier. And if you don't want to keep fishing for the hole, or finding the hole, y'all can build something a little bigger, obviously, but I just happen to went with this size tube. You could put it, I don't have any water, so it's going to keep falling over. But when I needed to grab it real quick, I just go like that. Real simple and easy mod to do. And like I said, don't worry about if it look crazy. Your customers is not going to look at you like you crazy. My customers don't look at me like I'm crazy, but they do look at me in amazement because they see my little contraption, and they never seen anyone use this to clean a window before. I get all types of people saying, well, what are you, pest control, or what are you about to kill some weeds? People say all types of things. Oh man, that's a pretty neat way you have to get the windows clean. I said, yeah, I got tired of working hard. I got tired of busting my back, lifting a 5-gallon bucket, and risk the chance of splashing water all over the goddamn place. I said, you know what? Let me just improvise and work smart. I just squirt the water. Well, it's hardly any water out in there, but I just squirt the windows down and put the water on the amount of water that I need to scrub the window. I'll just go and do that to all the windows. You know what I mean? There is no overdoing it. There is no waterfall falling off the glass because you have a controlled amount of water that you spray. You know, if you gotta work with a high flyer like I do, you're good to go. But that's it. That's it for this quick tip. Knacker-fracker. To be honest with you, working by way of pump sprayer, I think is better. You know why? Well, I never wore gloves anyway when I'm working with my solutions. Some of you may say, damn, you crazy, Mark. But I never had these issues with my hands touching the water. But ever since I changed my working setup, I no longer work by bucket. Very rarely. Unless I got a whole slew of windows and just playing around with that pump spray, it's like twiddling your thumbs. You're spinning your wheels literally. On certain quick jobs, that's all you might want to have is that pump sprayer. You don't need to lug that whole bucket up out of the car, man. Work smart. But to keep this long, quick tip short, and not long, is that working by way of pump sprayer, your hands never get wet. You spray the windows down, you spray the pad down. That's the good thing about working with a combination tool such as the high flyer. With those other combination tools, the iterate backflip, there's nothing wrong with them. But you're stuck using one side of the mop. You got all that other mop. So they should have really just made a half a mop, to be honest with you. Because you'll never flip the mop over to wet the other side because it's a backflip. Squeeze you on one side, mop on the other. So there is not really much difference between wagtails. It's just that wagtail doesn't hold a lot of water. But if you have a working setup in place, it's no need to really have all that saturation. You know, you don't want all that saturation anyway. That's just more for you guys to have to clean up. If you're working on the inside, it's more focus for you guys to have to always wring out the mop. And if you didn't wring it out too good, now you put too much water on the windows. Now you got water splashing down on the ledge. I mean, unless you guys have a habit of putting all that soap on the mop, then your water's not going nowhere. Then you're just stuck cleaning off foam off the ledge. Because if you don't clean that foam off, on certain frameworks, it's going to look like a soapy, ashy film. I mean, think about it. If you're not wiping that foam up like you should, I mean, look at your shower door with all that soap scum. I mean, that's a fine example. So I think less soap in your solution. This is my logical thinking of it. Not having too much. It's easier if to wipe up a thinner solution without having a residue left behind. But that's just my thoughts. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Working by way of pump sprayer, it's not a bad idea because you can control your water. You use it where you need it, and you're not wasting your chemicals. That's the beauty in working by way of pump sprayer. Because what happens with a bucket? You're changing it like every 2 or 3 jobs depending on the severity of the filth. You know, you got to dump the water out. You got to go and fill up the bucket again 3 or 4 or 5 or more times a day. That pump sprayer, there's no waste. There's no haste and there's no waste. You know, you don't waste anything. And you save on your solution. You know? And with the pump sprayer, you're constantly blasting your mop, your dirt. You know, but let me get back in here so I can give them the invoice. Knacker-fracker.